Honestly, I'm not sure what brought me to St. Luke's.
When we came here for the first time after visiting in the big city, we were awed by the beauty of the liturgy and by the spirit that we felt.
Actually, St. Luke's found us. We were looking for a church home, and we visited all the churches in the area. And then a friend who's a parishioner here at St. Luke's invited us to Sunday morning worship.
So I had made a New Year's resolution to find a church to go to after going to a church that I was raised in my whole childhood. And then I went away to college and came back and wasn't really going to church. But I wanted to, but I just found that I didn't exactly fit in. So I was looking for some place that aligned with my values a little bit more. So New Year's resolution was to find a church. I did a quiz online, and the number 2 result was that I should look at the Episcopal Church.
My husband and I searched for a church for many years, and for a variety of reasons, we just never felt at home. It didn't work for us. And when we started visiting St. Luke's about 18 years ago, we felt a connection, and we felt accepted on a personal level by the church leadership and the congregation.
So St. Luke's is a welcoming community. We do see new faces every week. Nearly every week we have visitors here. We're always glad for new faces to come and worship with us. Most of those folks find a very warm welcome and end up in some level part of the parish family. Our liturgy is very welcoming. We do have a structured form of worship, but we offer that structured worship in a very warm and inviting way.
So why do we stay? Yeah. So St. Luke's is a very welcoming, diverse, richly diverse community where everyone's voice is significant. Conversation and discussion is encouraged. Also, it's not where the leadership is the focus, but the community of the church is the focus. And I really appreciate that.
I stay at St. Luke's because it gives me, again, this structure in my life. Life can feel particularly chaotic, and St. Luke's gives us, myself and my family, this space to really kind of stop and consider what's happening in life, consider how God may be speaking to us in different ways. And then beyond that, it's the people that are here. You know, every week we come here and we encounter people, and it feels like we're just barely getting here, and yet we're always encountering warmth, and we're encountering people that are happy to see us, you know, warm and inviting, but not in a fake way, in a very, you know, authentic way. So yeah, it's the structure that it gives us, and it's the people that we encounter here.
We stay for the same reasons. We feel the spirit here. We love the liturgy here. We love the sermons here. And the cherry on top for us, the reason we stay is because we've linked arms with different people here. The relationships, we found such sweet company and companionship through great days, but also through difficult ones.
Wow, we stay because of the worship. I mean, the whole focus of St. Luke's is on the worship, and that's so important to us. We just went through a Holy Week, and everything in Holy Week was focused on exactly what it should be. Father Joel always says, keep the main thing the main thing. Well, St. Luke's keeps worship the main thing.
Why do I stay at St. Luke's? So many reasons. Community is one of the biggest reasons why I find myself staying here. Everybody is nice and welcoming, no matter who you are. When you walk through the door at St. Luke's, you feel welcome. And now, as a member here, I find myself welcoming people, and just we're constantly adding to our community and our family. And it's people treating each other nicely, caring about each other, and helping each other, and really just literally doing the Lord's work.
So one of my go-to sermon illustrations is the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Oftentimes, once I get it started, the congregation will join in and we say it together. People have become so familiar with it. Yogi Berra popularized that saying. It really comes from Stephen Covey. But Yogi Berra is the one that really made it part of popular culture. And so my point in using it over and over again is that church life in the end should be very focused. Church life should be a place of worship. That worship should lead to a community of love. And then that loving spirit should then give us the direction we need to do all the other activities of the church. And so I don't ever want to overcomplicate our approach here to what makes St. Luke's special if we'll just keep the focus on worship, keep the focus on the love of Christ. Remember that what unites us is far more important than those issues over which we may have some division. If we can just keep the main thing, then everything else has a way of taking care of itself. And so there is absolutely a recurring theme in worship. I preach grace every Sunday. And of course, a part of preaching grace is preaching love. And a part of preaching love is preaching forgiveness and reconciliation. So I'm very clear in my own thinking. My approach to being rector of St. Luke's is not complicated. In fact, the simpler we keep things, I think the better off we'll be. So the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing is Jesus Christ and His love. If we'll just focus on that, we'll continue to be the healthy, welcoming, loving parish that we are.
The stability of the people has been a great comfort to me, and I've also gained a lot of inner strength from the liturgy. I love the emphasis on loving God and loving your neighbor as yourself. There is a large emphasis on being kind and compassionate and always erring on the side of compassion. I love that emphasis within our weekly services. I also appreciate that in St. Luke's, the people just don't talk about going out and helping others. They're actually doing it. They're supporting people, they're supporting the community. They're being that support to Cleveland, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
What's interesting for me is that it was actually the men's prayer breakfast that drew me in first, because the Sunday services at the time, we just couldn't get ourselves together to get here on Sunday with 2 kids at the time. And it started out with the men's prayer breakfast. And again, it gave me that little beacon of hope during the week that by Friday, if I could make it to Friday, then I would find some calm. And then eventually it just continued to snowball from there.
We are fed by the liturgy, we are fed by the sermons, the walking arm in arm with our brothers and sisters in Christ who we've found here. Also, very practical things. During the pandemic, it was Richard Rohr's daily devotional, and to this day, I read it every day. It's just so even the little bits and pieces that I get from that, which came from you, which came from here, we are fed by it. It's a joy to come here.
The focus on worship here is so strong, and that's what we were looking for. So we've just gone through Holy Week, for example, and Father Joel just completed a 6-week series, and the Lenten series, and he focused on Monday, Thursday. And so we had that series wrap up on Holy Week, and then we did Thursday, the Monday service Thursday, and the 6 o'clock service was the washing of the feet, which is just absolutely breathtaking. It really brings you down to earth. And then we had Good Friday service, and then we did an Easter egg hunt for the children and more maybe for the adults. It was such fun. And then Easter Sunday, we had 3 services you could choose from. So the focus on worship here is so strong, and that's really why we stay.
St. Luke's is definitely a growing parish. We're growing in numbers, and I think in spirit, we're certainly over time doing more outreach into the community. And also we're getting younger, which is rare these days for a mainline denomination. Our parish is definitely, the average age is dropping. So that's a great thing. It's unusual in these days. So newcomers are always welcome. It's easy to find a place here in St. Luke's. We do not put any pressure on anybody to do more than they want to do. We just offer folks a graceful, kind of low-key but warm welcome into the worship life, into the community life, and into the various ministries of St. Luke's.